Hello, Cancer. I'm Jenny Fitterer, and welcome to your December Tarotscope. I have a single card for you for the month of December. The first 2/3 of December is Sagittarius season, then we have the December solstice, and then that initiates Capricorn season. And the card that I have for you this month is the Knight of Wands reversed. So this is the way he looks, the right way up. So we've got this little man, the soldier here, and he's on his white charger. He's got a big long staff here, and then all the way around we have this kind of purple flame and this kind of ornate kind of filigree there. And right underneath we have like a toad or a frog right there. And it came out upside down like that. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the book, see what the Knight of Wands has to say for us. All the way, flip, flip, flip. Okay, too far. Okay, here we go, Cancer. Knight of Wands, your life's purpose. Since the horse and its rider are relatively small and rather sketchily drawn, one might assume that this card is not that important. But this is far from being the case. Violet-red lines surround the figure like an enormous flame. In relationship to the horseman, the wand is more than life-size. A blue toad adorned with stars or diamonds squats underneath the horse. All these symbols have one common denominator: become who you are. For this is the card of your life's mission. When we start out on our journey, we are small, just like the horse and rider, more an outline than a finished picture. The details have to be augmented and colored in. Our aim in life and our potential is self-realization and the full development of our personality. The violet-red lines delineate this huge task. The gigantic wand hints at strong drives and a sustainable energy supply. Our life's tasks are the greatest and best that we will ever encounter. They require and focus all our strength. Their completion lasts a lifetime. Often on this journey, high ideals and toad-like instincts have to be overcome. If you possess a lot of fire, you are not only very courageous, but often also extremely tired, retiring, or irritable. Once burned, twice shy. The blue ornate toad functions as a point of reference in two ways. The knight appears to flee from it, and yet the creature also exerts an attractive force. Practical advice. You possess an incredible amount of energy. Bring light into the darkness. Help those who are weaker than yourself. Commit yourself to meaningful projects that will benefit many people. Where the darkness is greatest, your light is most needed. It is here that you will discover your life's purpose, a mission so great that it will take a whole lifetime to accomplish. Start your journey now. Okay, Cancer. No big deal, just the life's purpose card coming up. This card feels really kind of interesting and encouraging to you, Cancer. So, there's some obvious things. Life's purpose and destiny, and once you can find your life purpose, that you have this great energy source and self-realization, who you are and what your purpose is are so very connected and overlapped. Because in essence, who you are is your purpose. Being who you are is why you are here. And then you being you is going to translate into some sort of action, some sort of tangible action that then can then ripple out. But it doesn't mean we can often think about our purpose or our destiny strictly in terms of work, like what's my vocation, what's my career path, as if all of our purposes have to be met in the workforce or in wage labor sort of thing. So trying to get away just from the kind of capitalist modern idea that you have to land and connect your purpose to your work and your how you make money and survive in the world. Not necessarily. Some of you will. Awesome. Double whammy if you can. But there's so many other ways in which we can fulfill our purpose, and many of our, especially as a Cancer, a lot of, your purpose can be tied to Cancerian ways. It doesn't have to be, but Cancer has a lot to do with nurturing and taking that which is small, vulnerable, but has so much potential, and aiding it and nurturing it to grow into its fullness, and then letting it go. That's the essence of a mother. Again, Cancer is the sign of the mother. It doesn't actually mean you have to be a legitimate mother, but it's what the role of the mother is to do is to take the seed, nurture the seed from her life force and time, and then as it matures, let it go. And then you can do that again. So we can see that pattern in all kinds of things. And you can do that to yourself as well. You are a seed. You are a life force that has great potential, that can build and grow. So often we can put that energy out of nurturing and take care of things out there. But we can do that to ourselves as well. Or we can search for that which, oh, it just started snowing outside. How exciting. It's flurries outside. We can also be looking for the mother energy to nurture us. We are also seeds that want to be grown. So if this, right now, this card has a lot of fire energy. It's this fire wand energy. There's the big kind of flame in the picture as well. And Cancer is a water sign. So, okay, how is that going to connect together? And one of those things that can happen a lot with Cancer is that burnout of the give, nurture, wiped out. Thinking of the super mom who is taking care of the kids, the husband, the family, the house, has the job, is helping with the neighbors, and she's just wiped out and exhausted. So what we really do want to try to do is nurture the mother as well, so that she has the energy to nurture others. And for you in this card, we're thinking of, okay, how can we sustainably fulfill this life purpose or destiny without getting burnt out? Because Cancer, you've probably gone through that cycle before. And what this is really encouraging us is to see how huge this wand is. Wand is that energy, is that fire, inspiration, purpose there. And so what is really showing is when you are truly connected with who you are, and that connection to who you are is helping you find the way to your purpose and your mission and your vision, which can change. It doesn't have to just be one thing. That's when you kind of if you're working with little ones, energy that gets depleted a lot. Oh, my tiny wand, I'm trying to, and then it's gone, and I'm tired and burnt out, gotta get another one. It's like you're handed this giant supply of energy, of this passion, of this excitement that you're like, wow, I could do this forever. In fact, I don't feel well if I'm not engaged in my passion. Engaging in the passion, engaging in nurturing, engaging in doing all of this, that gives me energy. It does expend it as well. It doesn't mean that you are now this superhuman that can go forever. You do still need to go with those ebbs and flows, but it's this different kind of thing of, just that feeling excited to get to your project instead of the drudge of having to start it. That difference, if you've never experienced it, is like having that gigantic wand plugging into that greater power source, is really it's a really exciting kind of promise or encouragement to say that is something you can experience. It won't always feel that electric, but if this card is coming up, we're kind of getting closer to that. And being able to connect to that energy to bring that lightness out into the world. So that's a lot about the card. I'll quickly rush into the astrology for the month. So the first 2/3 of the month is Sagittarius season, and Sagittarius really does kind of feel like this really big, bright flame. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and it's all about expansion. Really wanting to find the higher truth to things, and create a greater wisdom. And so that is something that you can certainly land into, is the becoming who you are is a finding of the truth of yourself. And with that truth, you have this wisdom now with which you can move through the world. So Sagittarius season, we often want to look for the truth out there. We want to go try to find the new experience, go to the new place, and bring back the knowledge. You can do that. This might be a time where, new experiences, new travel, new friends, new education can really excite you. But it doesn't have to be big, expensive, far away, and flashy. It can even just be a new meditation practice, new books that you're reading, new people that you're talking to, and just bringing in newness doesn't have to mean going away to far places, though the drive is often to feel that way. Then you bring in that new understanding of yourself and your purpose, and that greater truth of yourself. And that's getting a greater truth is like being handed the bigger wand and having more of an energy supply. I get it now. Okay, this is perfect. That lands in as wisdom. And then we have this December solstice, and here in particular, I'm in the northern hemisphere, so I'm at the, coming into that deep midwinter time, and just in this little bit's talking about you possess an incredible amount of energy, you can bring the light into the darkness. That kind of does feel, at least for those of us in the northern hemisphere, like we're surrounded by just the dark of the time, of the season, and kind of needing to nurture that little flame to then be prepared in the spring to grow again, to have that new life force. And so just kind of bringing that light into the darkness. Darkness doesn't have to be evil. Darkness is just, that kind of ebb and flow there. So it can just be bringing that new spark of life into the winter is another, or preparing that spark of life in the winter for spring is another way you can think about it. And then we have Capricorn season. So Capricorn It's very connected to the goal, to manifestation, but Capricorn's also the inverse, the polarity to Cancer. So where Cancer is this nurture energy of tending to the seed, Capricorn is this, let's bring in the resources and provide the structure and the safety and the integrity in order for the whole family unit, the whole community to survive and flourish for in the long haul, in the long standing, like multiple generations look. So we're going to have like that, yes, that focusing, that narrowing in of, okay, we're kind of more goal oriented towards the end of the month, but also it's going to feel really nicely balanced for your Capricorn energy of like, yeah, your Cancer energy of the nurturing there. But if you, the nurture, Cancer without the Capricorn provider energy is like you're trying to nurture but you don't have any resources to, it's like breastfeeding, if we're using the mother image, the breastfeeding while you yourself haven't taken in the right nutrients, you're going to get depleted, and then eventually you're not going to be able to nurture the infant either. So the Capricorn is the one bringing in the resources, providing that safety and structure in order for the Cancerian energy to keep nurturing. So that's going to be a really kind of nice kind of balancing energy towards the end of the month so that you don't feel depleted. So yeah, that's what's coming up for you this particular month. So that Sagittarius energy, seeking in a little bit more understanding, connecting to who we are, which helps us find our purpose. And then we have a little bit more of that balance of that kind of co-parenting imagery of the Capricorn and the Cancer, the provider bringing in resources for the nurturer to then continue to nurture what it is that your vision is. And that's that. So if you want any additional support, the Sagittarius season pay, which you can forecast, is up and available on the YouTube channel. A little bit of additional info on transits as well as another tarot reading. Feel free to check that out. I appreciate all donations. Pay what you can to me. Thank you very much. Helps me keep making this content. And that's that. Thank you so much, Cancer, and have a wonderful December.